Hello, welcome again yet to another video. Today we'll be solving WAEC past question, which we normally say WASSCE past question. This is 2018. It is in question 10. They say solve 2 raised to the power 3y plus 2 minus 7 into 2 raised to the power 2y plus 2 minus 31 raised to the power into 2 raised to the power y minus 8 equals to 0. Good. Now, automatically you see this, it tells you that it's an exponential equation. If you have not yet watched my video on exponential equation, I recommend go and watch it. It will help you greatly. We say our solution, right? We proceed. Now we say 2 raised to the power 3y plus 2 minus 7 into 2 raised to the power 2y plus 2 minus 31 into 2 raised to the power y minus 8 equals to 0. Right? Now, this will come from what? Indices, which is the product rule, right? Where the product rule says anytime the base are the same what? We take one of the base and what? Add the powers. So if you have 2 raised to the power 3y times 2 raised to the power y, what is it going to give you? It's going to give you 2 raised to the power 3y plus 2. Take one of the base and add the power. That's what you have here. So we are not going to put this one again. We are going to put this one in the replacement of what? This. Good. So anyway, we see 2 raised to the power 3y plus 2. We are going to put 2 raised to the power 3y times 2 raised to the power what? Y. Sorry, this one's supposed to be 2. 2 raised to the power 2. Good. Now what next? We go. 2 raised to the power 3y times 2 raised to the power 2 minus 7 into 2 raised to the power 2y plus 2, right? Minus 31 raised to the power 2y minus 8 equals to 0. Do you see? And what are we going to do next? Here again, anytime you see a positive sign of a power, it has a meaning. If you have not yet watched my video on exponential equation, please go and watch it. I believe it will help you greatly. Here again, once we see this plus between two terms, we are going to do the application of what? The product rule in indices. Where what? 2 raised to the power 2y times 2 raised to the power 2 is going to give you what? 2 raised to the power 2y, right? Plus 2. That's what gives you this. So anyway, you see 2 raised to the power 2y plus 2, we're going to put 2 raised to the power 2y times 2. Good. We say 2 raised to the power 3y times 2 raised to the power 2, right? Minus 7. Do you see? 2 raised to the power 2y plus 2, we are going to put now into 2 raised to the power 2y times 2 raised to the power 2, right? Minus 31 into 2 raised to the power y minus 8 equals to 0. I hope it's understandable. What next? Now we are going to what? Take all the terms that has a what? A power that is a what? A letter inside a bracket. Now this one has a power that is a letter, which is y. This one has a power that is a letter. This one has a power which is a letter. Let them be in a bracket with the letter power. So 2 raised to the power y. Do you see it has a power of 3? We put the 3 outside the bracket, right? Times 2 raised to the power 2 minus 7 into. You get it? Good. What's next? 2 raised to the power y into what? 2, right? Times 2 raised to the power 2 minus 31 into 2 raised to the power y minus 8 equals to 0. Is it understandable? What are we going to do? Now we are going to let. So we say let 2 raised to the power y equals to what? M. Or let it be m. So anywhere you see 2 raised to the power y, you put m. Do you see here there is 2 raised to the power y? So we are going to put m. What is the power of this bracket? Is 3. You put 3 times 2 raised to the power 2. If you use your calculator, it's going to give you what? 4 minus 7 into. Do you see 2 raised to the power what? y. So you are going to put there m. So anywhere you see 2 raised to the power y, you put m into 2 times 2 raised to the power 2 is going to give you what? 4, right? Minus 31. 2 raised to the power y is going to give you what? M minus 8 equals to 0. Do you see it? So it's going to give you m cubed times 4 minus 7 bracket m square times 4, right? Minus 31 m. 31 times m is my 31m minus 8 equals to 0. Is it understandable? Good. What next? M cubed times 4 is 4m cubed. You see it? Minus 7 into m square times 4 is what? 4m square. Right? Good. Minus 31m minus 8 equals to 0. Good. 4m cubed. 7. Now if we use our how do you call it? Calculator. 7 times 4 is going to give you 28, right? M square, right? Minus 31m minus 8 equals to 0. Now which kind of equation have we have arrived on? We have arrived in a cubic equation. This is not a quadratic equation, but we call it a cubic equation. Now anytime you see a cubic equation, automatically you will apply there what? The factorial theorem of what? Polynomial. Right? The factorial theorem of what? Polynomial. Now let's just try to apply it. Right? Now we are going to find a letter or number. If we substitute the value of m, is going to give you 0. Now let's say if you use plus 1 or minus 1, it's not going to give you plus 1 or minus, sorry, plus or minus, plus 1 or plus 2 or minus 2 is not going to give you that until plus 8 and minus 8. Now it's plus 8 that is going to give you 0. Now let's see. Let m equals to plus 8. So we are going to take this cubic equation. Anywhere we see m, we are going to put what? 8. So say 4 into 8 minus 28 into, okay, this 8 is supposed to have cube, into 8 square minus 31 into 8 minus 8 equals to 0. Do you see it? Good. Now we take 8 cube. 4 into 8 cube is what? 512, right? Minus, right? Good. So we take 28 into 8 square is 64 minus 31 times 8, right? If you multiply 31 times, it's going to give you 248 minus 8 equals to 0, right? Now let's see. 504 times 512 is going to give you 2000, okay, and 48, right? Minus. So if we say 28 times 64 is going to give you 1792 minus 248 minus 8 equals to 0. So now if we use our calculator, we subtract all these digits with our calculator. What are we going to have? Now let's see. 2048, right, plus 1792. Sorry, it's supposed to give us minus 48 is minus 1792, right, minus 248 minus 8. It will give you 0, right? When you substitute 8 plus 8 into the equation, it's going to give you 0. So do you see? So that means 8 plus 8 is a factor of what? M. So say m, since m is equals to 8. Now we say what? We transpose m. So m minus 8 equals to 0. So m minus 8 is the first factor that we have in the what? In the polynomial. I hope you are understanding. Good. Now this is the cubic equation, and this is the first factor of what? The cubic equation, right? Now we go. Now we are going to use the division long method, right? We say m minus 8 right? Sorry. Good. We take the cubic equation inside. 4m cubed minus 28m square, right? Minus 31m minus 8. Good. So this is the cubic equation. Now we go. We say m into 4m cubed. You are going to have what? 4m square. 4m square, you multiply this 4m square into this first function. So 4m square into m is 4m cubed. You see what we have? 4m multiply 4m square times minus 38. You are going to have what? Minus 32m square. You see? Now we give a minus sign. We multiply everything there with a minus sign. This we cancel. So minus 28, minus times minus is going to give you plus. 28 plus 32, what is it going to give you? Is 4m square. Right? We bring this down, minus 31, minus 8. Right? We go then. 4 into 4m square is going to give you plus 4m. Right? 4m times m is just what? 4m square. 4m times 8 is going to give you 32 and m. Right? This is supposed to be 31m. Good. Now we go. We multiply everything with a negative sign as well. This cancel this. Sorry, yeah. After multiply, if we add them, it's going to give you 0. Here is supposed to give you what? Minus times minus is going to give you plus. 31m plus 32 is going to give you m, right? M minus 8, right? M into m is going to give you plus 1. 1 times m is just m. 1 times minus 8 is going to give you minus 8. We multiply everything with a negative sign. So this cancels this. Plus, minus m plus minus times minus is going to give you plus. Minus 8 plus 8 is going to give you 0, right? So this is the factorial. So now we have now the factors of the cubic equation, which are what? M minus 8 and what? 4m square plus 4m plus 1. These are the two factors. But this one is a quadratic equation. So now let's factorize it. Let us simplify this quadratic equation. Now we take the quadratic equation. 4m square, right? Plus 4m plus 1, right? What are the two factors if you use 4m square plus 4m? It's 2. So we say what? 4m square plus 2m plus 2m plus 1, right? Good. Try to find our factor. So here, what is the factor here is what? 2m. 2m into 4m square is just what? 2m, right? Plus 1. 2m into 2m is to give you 1. Plus, here is going to give you 1 into 2m plus 1 as well. So what are the factors? The factors are what? 2m plus 1. Here again, 2m plus 1. This is the factor. Good. So now, what are the three factors of this cubic equation? The three factors are m minus 8, 2m plus 1, 2m plus 1. These are the factors of this cubic equation. Take note. Do you see? Good. Anytime you have cubic equation, that's how we solve it. Now, what are we going to do next? We try to find the value of what? M. Since now we say m is equals to 8, 2m is equals to 1, 2m is equals to 1, right? Sorry, is equals to minus 1. Minus 1. Good. Divide here by 2, divide here by 2. So m is equals to minus 1 upon 2, right? Divide here by 2, divide here by 2. So m is equals to minus 1 upon 2. Anytime you are finding exponential equation, once it's given the negative sign automatically, then you are going to forget about it. Now let's try to see the value of m. Now what m is? Take note. From the equation, m represents, so we say since, what did m represent? Right? M represents, since m is equal to what? 2 raised to the power y. So we substitute, anywhere we see m, we put 2 raised to the power y. So m is equals to 8. So now m will now become 2 raised to the power y is equals to 8. So we simplify it. So 2 raised to the power y is equals to 2 raised to the power 3. The base are the same. So y is equals to 3. This is your answer. Thank you very much and keep on watching. I'll be bringing more past questions on WASSCE. Stay focused. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel. Thank you very much for your time. Like, share, and also comment.